Hello, I am Rupert Hargreaves, the Managing Editor of City AM, and I'm here with Simon Smith, the Chief Commercial Officer of InstaVolt, at the Business Leader Growth 500 event. Simon, thank you for joining us. Could you just give me a quick overview of what your business does and how you're growing into this market?
Absolutely, Rupert. So InstaVolt is the largest ultra-rapid provider in the whole of the UK. We have well over 2,500 chargers, either in the ground or ready to be built. And we're also in Spain, Portugal, Iceland, and the Republic of Ireland.
So that's ultra-fast electric vehicle charging?
Absolutely. So all our chargers are 160 kilowatt and above, and they're there for drivers that are out on the road and need a fast charge for 20 to 30 minutes. We're positioned in great locations off main arterial roads, such as motorways or A roads, and have great F&B, such as McDonald's, Costa Coffee, Starbucks. So a driver can stop, have a cup of coffee and charge at the same time.
So what sort of growth are you seeing in that market? How are you coming into the market and seeing that growth evolve?
So at the moment, the growth is explosive. We are the largest, and we're probably one of the most, the biggest funded. We're funded by an organisation called EQT, who's our investors in our business.
Yeah.
The demand obviously is growing rapidly with the push to everyone pushing to EVs by 2030, in line with the government targets. So every year for us, it just gets better because as more cars come on the road, more utilisation onto our chargers. The trick of this industry is getting great sites, great locations. So that's what our drivers want, and that is what we do.
And what about, what are you struggling with in this market?
In
terms of challenge?
Yeah, I mean, the challenges, in terms of challenges, the time taken for us to get those chargers in the ground once we've decided we want a location, there is difficulties in planning and grid connections, albeit we're working well with the government to make that more feasible. So that's one challenge we face, is not the opportunity, but the ability to build quicker, because our customer base and our own growth portfolio requires us putting more chargers into the ground.
Yeah.
So that's one challenge. I think the other challenge is more to do with knowing how quickly the industry is going to grow, because we need to have enough chargers out there for our drivers to feel confident when they buy cars that they don't have range anxiety.
Yeah.
What we don't have control over is how quickly those EVs are coming to market.
Yeah.
But over the last few months, and in fact, probably the last 6 months, there's been a rapid growth in EVs. And so we're feeling the impact of that across our own network as we continue to see utilisation growth.
Yeah. And what are you most excited about from the company perspective over the next 5 to 10 years?
I'm excited about the exponential growth, the fact that we're really helping the UK and our locations in Europe become less reliant on ICE and petrol vehicles. So of course we're helping the environment. So I'm really excited that I'm working part of a business that's doing good. And I'm also really excited about the future in terms of where the industry is going, and how much the growth is endless for us, quite frankly. And as long as this market compels to adapt, and more EVs and more longer ranges come to the market, we've got more and more opportunity to support that industry through our brilliant rapid charging solutions.
Well, that sounds very interesting. Thank you very much for your time today, Simon.
Very good. Thank you, Rupert.